All right. Okay. Yeah, I think this will have to do. For some reason, I lost my settings, and yeah. So this Friday there was two trades. I saw one of them, and the other I saw after, according to trade rules. And one I took on the phone, and because of that, I didn't put the trade on my normal account, but I put it on just to see, well, just keep track of it basically, right? And the other trade I didn't take and I didn't see, but well, I was busy doing something else. But I thought that, well, you know what, I want to go over these two things and put them and make a video and put it on the web. And so here are my thoughts. Let's get into it. This is there's some text, whatever. So we are now, this is dollar yen, and this is 15-minute chart, and so the day is, this one is interesting here, right? So we're going into Friday, right? Asia session here, and yes, Asia extends further into EU session, but for me, EU session ends when overlap ends. That's why it ends here, and that's why it also ends here. So it's not really correct, but this is what I like to see, what I like to do. So the overlap is the EU session, and that's what's outlined. And the Sydney-Tokyo box is, well, Sydney-Tokyo, basically. And the US is US, and I'm well aware that the US overlaps with EU. And that's what my boxes show, that's what they are. So now, we got 15 minutes, and so we break below the low here. We get, just gonna, let's do this, no, let's do this, let's take this one. Yeah, let's take this one. And as you see, we sweep below here, and so we sweep at this area here, and let's go and see on, can we go on 2 minutes in this? Yeah, we can. Okay, never mind. We can go on 1 minute, I think, because I think it was on 1 minute. All right. So here's the sweep, right, on the 1 minute. And so, as you see, the outline, let's go bigger. We have move down, come up, move down with some pins, and the close above is here, this white bar. And it is both, I mean, it changes direction, right? I can see that the white bar also has an overlapping fair value gap, but so the trade is like this in that case, or and targets is way up here somewhere, right? Either like this or at the retrace where the gap was. And if you look where the gap was available, so this is the pin. I'm gonna move this just to show. So this is the three bars. This is on a 1 minute, and I know it's very zoomed in, but that is the purpose as well. So we have the power from here coming over. We switch here, and we have the black, white, and also black here, right? So we have the 3 bars, and we should find power at the minimum from here, right? And really all the way down to here, right? But the first gap is this one. And within the blue box is where I would like to put a limit long order in that case. It would also be nice to outline it with the high here. Yeah. And if I enter on using strike zone mentality, which is I haven't really been using for the latest 2 weeks, I should say, then there would have to be some kind of price action formation within the box, and the box would have to be extended all the way down to here. So that would be the strike zone in that case. And well, or perhaps the first gap, but yeah, so we have something and something. But anyway, this is the position that was put on, and let's go back on 15, and let's go and find it, and we can't see it. But so the target, if we enter here, the target is not this session. We don't know what the session high is, right? Remember, we don't know. So previous session high, we do know, right? This is the TP. Let's just go like this. Let's just go like this. Let's see. So that in that case, the target would be here. That's the ultimate target. And as it stands, the current model is we are moving to break at the switching point, and I mean, looking very fast, it's something in this region, right? We came up, and so this is the high. So if we get to this level, and I don't have, oh, that's interesting. Anyway, I see. If we get to that level, price should move, stop to 0, and I should take off 10% of the position, also 1-to-1. So, and if we zoom out, in this case, yeah, we ended up, the result would have been here. And mind you, this is done by the platform entirely. I put the position on, and I have found it to be very helpful actually. I put the position on and I tell the platform, listen, you're gonna do this at X price, you're gonna move here, you're gonna close X amount at this position, etc. Right? And if you want a better breakdown of why and where, there's some videos on it. Yeah, so at this point, we moved to break even, and we never come back apparently. And this is the take profit. So here we get 10% of the position closed, and here we got later we get the full position closed, whatever's left that is. And there's also one more minor trade, which is at 1-to-1, and let's say that's kind of here. So it breaks down the position, the long position, in several parts, but I realize it may be somewhat excessive, but that's the current model. So there's two. Partial here is 10%, that's a 1-to-1. Partial here is also 10% of the position, of course, and their value is more than 10% because they are further from the entry, right? But yeah, that's the model. And initially I thought for a long time that, you know, at the 1-to-1 we're gonna move to break even, and I realized quite soon that that's not really a good idea. Yeah, and I may also, like, if I was at the charts, you know, I may also, like, I see, oh, one move up, we have 1-to-1. I may move the stop, you know, below, just below this, not up here. That's too aggressive, right? And just a little bit. And yeah, I go into more depth on yet another video on this as well, because it removes some of the risk, right? So that's the one, USD yen. I think the other position was, I was looking at the euro, but that's not it. I think it was the cable actually this time. Yeah, there's okay, yes, I saw it on M5, right? Switch here above the EU tops, right? So EU is here. We're not out of EU. We are not out of the EU session, but we are high at new highs, and we are above old highs as well. So we are above here. Let's call this H4 level, because I'm sure there's 4 hours between the highs, right? So this is H4 level, and we go to 5 minutes, and what do we find here is that if you look, I saw it on 5 minutes. I was on a mobile phone, please. So listen, anyway, let's go in detail. Okay, so we have the high, we are above old level, maybe there is power here, who knows, right? And what we have is really, we came from this, we came from this to this, from this to this, and later we close below it here, we close below it, and with, very important, gap here. It's my symbol for change of power, right? Circle with dash. And if you look at the bars, maybe it's only me, but if you look at the bars, there's no gap up here, which I would like, but there is not. So the power comes from here. And because of that, if we talk about strike zone model, strike zone is like this. We need price action to show short power in this region. We have that white plus black here. We have the white here, right? And that's two versions. And if we are using market entry, then upon the close of this black, it's an entry short. And if I enter on limit order, then it's this previous level that was destroyed. So it would be upon close, limit, and protect up here, like this, yeah. And for targets, let's change this. So we have previous session, or well, at least start of EU. Previous session would be here, and I mean, so Tokyo is so close. I mean, I'll just probably go like this, because let's be honest, it's gonna blow through this, right? Or maybe not. But anyway, right, so that's the plan, right? And yeah, so if we remove these lines a little bit, yeah, you can just have them a bit smaller, right? And we do this, and we do this. So this as well. So look at the price here. For the 1-to-1, it's easy to be found what the 1-to-1 will be. Perhaps somewhere here. So 1-to-1, we close there, 10%. Okay. And for the chalk to chalk position, we had power here, moving up, and then we break down lower. So this, and this is the chalk level. And so it means at this, wow, that's not straight at all. That means at this level, we also take out another 10%. So here, meaning over here, I'm taking out 20% of the position and moving to break even. So at this point in time, stop would be, is it here? No, it's here. Would be here. That would be the stop. Computer, yeah. And if I saw this manually before the close, perhaps I would move the stop just above this. But so if I were to take this position, would be the result. And I realize the market may gap beyond this, and yeah, I would most likely not leave the position on this close to market close, right? I would most likely kill it before market shuts down. And yeah, probably like 22. Yeah, this is way too late, because normally I like to be out before 22, because my time sometimes with the summer shift, the two seasonal shifts, you know, we have +2 here. Sometimes there's a 2-hour difference, sometimes there's a 1-hour difference of normal, and I don't want to be caught within that. So I just, like 1 hour, I just basically, I don't want to be wrong. So the last hour of the market, I just I don't want to be, I make a mistake. So probably I'll just close it here. So small trade in this case. And that's the EU. But let's, I think, let's go and look, because I think that there was something in cable as well. Let's go on 15. Right. Oh, yes. So here we see, okay, we came up, we came higher, something happened. So we have Tokyo here, EU opens, we touch the high. Okay, EU touches the highs, and do we go back to the lows? So notice this is lower than this, but I am taking the time. You see 0.1. This is lower. I'm taking it straight off Forex Factory and see this is actually 0.2, so it's even later on. I need to adjust that in the platform, but you see 2, my time zone, Tokyo goes all the way to 11, and yeah. Anyway, so this is not part of. We don't need to sweep this, is what I'm saying, right? But this is the high regardless, and we go EU brings more power, and we sweep the high, and we sweep it like this. And let's see what we get. Let's go on 1 minute. Okay, let's go like this. So we have the city Tokyo and the new levels here. So at this point, this is the first touch, right? So we touch it, we go up and touch it, and here somewhere we close this bar, closest beyond. So in this case, market short here. Oh, maybe here, just super close. We can't do that, come on. It's 1 pip above. And maybe we're stopped out here, who knows. But still, the TP is down here then, and the 1-to-1 is somewhere here. I'm not sure we get it. I don't know if we get it. Who cares if one particular trade wins or loses, right? And that's how I would play that. And we have also here switching action, down and switch. So we have the switch here as well. So the full TP is also the switch level. So there's just one and then the other one. And I'm not sure what happened in this case. I think we ended up. We definitely got it. Or looks like we would get the TP, but depends on like where the stop would be. But let's be honest, come on, I'm probably up here somewhere. But anyway, so that's the trade idea on the pound, right? And so let's look at let's go on, because there was another variant as well, right? In the US session. US opens up here, US power, and so this is the EU high. I'm just gonna go, yeah, so this blue box, let's now remove this box. Alright, so the blue box is now above the EU only power, and so 1430 US. As you see, 1400 my time. I'm not sure why I put 1430. Maybe I'm confusing some concept. But anyway, so yeah, we run it. We will run it, and let's see what happened here. Let's go on 1 minute. And yeah, oh yes. I mean, this is super clean. Look at this. Look at this. Right. So what do we have here? So the blue box represents a power that should be resting above the EU only session. And I know this is not exactly to the point, to the pip, but look at how close this is. Wow. But when you see this, come on, man. Come on. This is M pattern or switching pattern. It's right. And we have this, right? Can we move it out? Yeah. And here, yeah, this one. So this bar closes down, and we most likely, I'm not gonna, maybe I'll encompass this or maybe not, who knows, right? But the power came from here after all. This is very close. Okay, I'm not going to debate that. I'm just going to put it there. So now let's see. So for the 1-to-1, somewhere there, the 1-to-1 was closed, right? In that case, in that example, remember, this is me applying my system to the market. This is how I would play this. I put the position on, I tell the machine what to do, and to be honest, if I have one position on, I may very well close the computer and leave. And yeah, that's sometimes relaxing, not always. So okay, so here we have move up, and we broke down lower here, right? Look at this pre-action here, pre-market. So this is again New York. Look here, down, up. We switch power to up here. From here we go even. Do we go further? A little bit. Here we switch power to down. We come all the way to this level. This is the chalk to chalk level. That means this is the second partial that is taken out, and that's taken out at 2.3. And let's just find the oh yeah, and at that point in time we don't know how far it's gonna go, right? But we have the previous sessions here, Asia and Europe open, and we have pretty much this to target, and looks like we align with that. So it's interesting how it switch at that same point. But yeah, so that's ultimate TP was at 2.3 in that case, and yeah, there may be some more on the table, but yeah, I'm not here for that. Yeah, and that's how the system would play that trade. And okay, that's oh wait, oh, okay, it's just gonna remove these things. I also think I saw a similar pattern. I think, did we see it in UK? Did we? So now we're looking at indices, right? Look at this. I'm not sure if there's an entry signal here, but similar pattern. Okay. This I'm not keeping track of though. But the idea stands fairly similar still, right? So this is some kind of action. We attempt to go lower, and like I say, if we cannot go, for example, lower, well, there's only one other direction that we can go. If there's no power to go in one direction, and there's only the other direction left. That's my current logic anyway. So here's the rejection box, and we're gonna find what happened here to see if there's an entry pattern. Let's go on 1 minute, and yeah, so not really clean this day, right? Not too clean. And also exactly at 0900 hours. I bet this is a news release is right here. And this is a switching pattern. It is just simply difficult to see. It's difficult to see, but it's there. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay. We have basically this. I don't need to go all the way up there, but you see it, right? And if we remove the blue box, because, well, it's just in the way currently, right? So now what we have is price moving down, price going up, and then there's a pin, and look what's happening. There was small energy going up. This has not changed direction yet. We need a close beyond this level. But what's interesting is the pin here, before this, we tried to go lower and we fail again. And yeah, and maybe on 2 minutes or 3 minutes it will be visible better. But yeah, so that's the thing. That's the trade. And yeah, on 1 minute, would I enter here to? Oh wait, would I enter here to go long? Probably not. Perhaps on another time frame there would be a reason to enter here, or even here, who knows? And we might get a fill here because of this, who knows? But yeah. And I think right. Yeah, and it ended up going quite far. And yeah, look at this nice switch. Yeah, okay. I think I have shown the trades that I was looking at, and yeah, at this point I am just repeating myself. So if you like this, go ahead and like the video. If you have questions about my ramblings, my thoughts on price and the markets and stuff, please post your questions. Remember, this is really only me recording my ideas and putting it out there. Maybe somebody will learn something, who knows, right? Yeah, that's it.